Okay, guys, what's up? It's your boy Jay, and welcome to Black Clover, Chapter 249 review slash discussing. And today I have Ty again. Ty, how are you doing today?
Doing very well. Ready to talk about some Black Clover greatness.
So, how I would like to start us off. First thing is the disappointment. How does a fire guardian, spirit guardian get one shotted or no get off screened?
He must have been fodder. That's the only explanation I got.
That's Tabata is taking notes from Oda with the off screen on me. Then yeah,
Oh man, that's not going to turn out good because we haven't seen so many fights in One Piece. But that's not a One Piece
yeah,
discussion. We're here to talk about Black Clover.
yeah.
But yeah, I was a bit disappointed about that. Thought we'd at least see him in action. Even if he
Yeah,
gets defeated, what can he do?
yeah. Because that was just it was like, what's the point? Because they're supposed to be at least stage one.
Yep.
I don't get it. Okay, so basically the chapter starts off. You see Fire Spirit Guardian that he's down.
Mm-hmm.
Leo's on the battlefield and
Mm-hmm.
he gets sniped
Mm-hmm.
by some interesting eyeball magic, which is kind of weird.
It was strange, but it was a decent power. However, I think it had a weakness to it. The more I read the chapter, it had a downside.
I think well probably it couldn't, but he couldn't detect Leo's array at all.
That's true. But the downside to it, in my opinion, is that the guy can't move. So since Leo did what he did, he kind of Leo had to think about it that this guy had to be somewhat close to him to know where he's at,
Yeah,
despite using the eyeballs in the air.
yeah.
So by making that field of fire, which is really smart,
Crimson
oh
Eruption.
yeah, yeah, he picked up the guy pretty quick.
Yeah, and he upgraded his own spiral flames too.
Oh yeah, they look ginormous
Yeah.
and powerful
Oh yeah,
too.
but it was profound. It was profound spiral flames.
Yeah, yeah. Let me get it correct. I can't take any respect off that. Profound flames.
Okay, that's dope. That was dope.
Yeah, it was. I'm really liking the Leopold and other character developments. That was one of my
Mhm.
concerns going into this arc. Who's really gonna, do something, step out, show us what they can do
Yep.
besides Asta and Yami and other people.
I mean, those two actually had some success, but we don't know what's
Yeah,
going on now.
yeah.
But geez, it's just it was just I just wonder how the arrays work though, because God just said it's different. You can use your arrays in different types. How like luck was equipped, and I think God just was like maybe what eject something like that.
Think so.
It was something like that. So it's different ways you can use it. And Leo's was his is like basically area of effect,
Yeah.
which is interesting. So I just wonder how what are the most possible combinations you can use the arrays in? Because
Probably many.
because because for Leo to make that big of a array, he had to be patient
Hmm.
and he had to like pick his spots and while keep the dude busy.
Yeah. His body was the distraction
Yeah,
while his mind was thinking of the plan.
yeah, but how did he set the arrays? Because he didn't really move.
I'm not too sure how he set him.
Because how Zora is, Zora's arrays for his trap magic, he has to draw them and build them with mana.
Hmm.
So how did he do that while keeping the dude busy, which we really didn't see. It just showed up. So that Tabata needs to explain that.
Unless he made prior arrangements, like if they get attacked, this is like one of the traps an enemy could fall into, kind of like Full Alchemist in a sense, how they used to draw the symbols on the ground. If you
Yeah,
step on it, it activates the
yeah,
trap. So that's probably what happened,
hmm,
before the time skip. Like in case we get attacked early on or suddenly, make some traps here and there.
yeah,
That's what I think. I could be wrong, most likely, but Tabata will explain.
yeah. It's just interesting, but I do like the purpose of arrays. It gives it like some new like some new flair to the story and battles.
Oh yeah.
It's not really just grimoire spells.
Oh yeah. Can't just be spells all the time. It's got to be physical. You gotta. I mean, with Black Clover, I like the fighting because you actually have to think. You
Yep,
can't just go out and brute force it. You
yep,
got to use your brain. You got to use tactics. You got to know your opponent's weakness. You got to time them. There's so
hmm
many variables when you're dealing with a certain person.
hmm
How do I beat them? When is he gonna, not attack? When is he gonna attack? Is he gonna
yeah,
time me? You got to account for all of those things in the battle.
yep. And the funny thing is, Floga, the fire spirit god, he said the thing about Leo was his endurance. Was his endurance.
Yeah, he can
So
endure a lot.
so basically, his patience, basically his endurance and patience is better than his siblings, which I've which I thought of when he said that in the chapter.
What I think is kind of interesting too, like especially in the Elf Arc Familiona,
Yeah,
she didn't necessarily have patience. She just went in and did what she wanted because she was
yeah,
strong enough.
yeah,
But her endurance was pretty high. I mean, she took on six elves, got cut up,
yep,
then blasted, and was still standing.
yep. Passed out too.
Yeah, yeah, passed out while standing up. I mean, people just keep taking pages from Whitebeard,
True. And his death was legendary.
big time.
I went back and looked at that chapter to see his face blown off, half his face blown off.
Yep,
Why they have to censor that?
it was too gruesome.
It would have been dope.
Exactly. But
But
yeah, I definitely like the chapter. I like where it's heading. Hopefully, we see some more battles, or it doesn't necessarily have to be battles. It could be, you know, uh, some insight on the training to see what they were doing, coming up with, abilities and tactics. That's
yeah,
cool as well.
but I feel like these dark disciples are not that strong, honestly. If if
Well, if they're 50% and more, they're going to be pretty strong. But if they're like less than 50, you can beat them if they're
yeah,
like at least stage one or two.
yeah, because
All you
it's
have to do is kind of figure out a little bit about their ability and just kind of brute force it from what I've seen from what Luck
luck.
did
Yeah,
and Leo did.
Yeah, they brute. Leo, no, he just waited until his opponent didn't just didn't notice.
That's true.
Luck just brute forced it.
Because that's Luck. He has this crazy mentality. He reminds me of a different character from a different series, but that's what I like about him. He's just really crazy. I hope we get more of his backstory. Because I think there's something important about Luck we don't know about.
I know he has to be related to Charlotte. That's implied, honestly, because
Oh yeah, during the elf arc we saw that, but his elf side, yeah, but his human side, I think he's probably a noble.
it has to be. He has to be at least related to Charlotte, at least,
I want to say he wouldn't. I mean, it's possible.
because his mom had to be what had to be like a maid or some type of work.
Concubine.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was that, and especially if we're going off of Black Clover's like timeline and how things
Yep.
were. Yeah, maids or concubines is that was the thing. That was the thing for nobles and kings.
Mm-hmm.
I got this woman right here. Smash her,
Mm-hmm.
and then leave her with a kid, or
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So what did you pick up when you went back and read the chapters beforehand? The little details you told me about.
Oh, that when and this is going back to like early 230s,
Yeah.
when was learning the backstory, his backstory, and how
Mm-hmm.
the kingdom was attacked,
Yeah.
what we see is that it was Xeno leading the attack.
Yeah.
Now, in those same couple chapters, they talk about they had a name. They weren't called the Dark Triad. They had a different name, like the Zagrita family or something.
Zogradis.
And no one's talking about that, and I'm a little bit surprised because Tabata throws in those small details. I mean,
Yeah.
that's any manga though. They'll throw in small details that people just gloss over.
Yeah.
Then 50 chapters later, oh, I remember seeing that, but I just
You never noticed.
overlooked it.
Yeah.
So there's another family we don't know about. We don't know what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And while they were getting attacked, the citizens were saying, "Oh, they had the devil's power." In the next sentence, the word he said, he's like, "Did they?" So that's implying people knew about the devils in the spade.
Yeah.
Now, did they know how to obtain the power, or did they only know through like books and urban legends?
Books and prior urban legends.
Possibly, or maybe they had encounters. We don't really know too much about
Yeah.
Spade. In those past chapters, one was like a flashback chapter to like when Julius and the gang came back from like a battle or
Yeah.
something. Remember, like the beginning of the series, well,
Yeah. The
at least
first.
like the
Yes, I remember. Yep, I remember.
first 40 chapters, it was stated that they took on the Spade ones,
Really?
and it took all of them to beat the Spade.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very important chapter. I was like, really? It took everyone, Julius, Mazu, Yami, everybody included, to take on Spade. Now, the time frame I didn't research. Was that
That was
before they got the devils or after they got the devils?
that was before. That had to be at least when Asta. I don't think Asta received his grimoire yet.
It's probably a couple years before the start of the series, but
Maybe.
it's probably before they got the devil's power. Some because they were saying that in the flashbacks that not Heart Spade
Mhm.
was a beautiful, peaceful, strong nation,
Yeah.
and then they got attacked.
Yeah. But hmm. But true.
And
Yeah.
another thing I was noticing was that they said was a prince of Spain.
Yeah.
Now I know somebody's gonna go, "Oh, we already know he's a prince of Spain." Then you read the chapter, "Oh, you're ignorant." No, no, no. Prince, a prince. When you say that, it says meaning one of.
Yeah.
So could his parents have had more than one child?
True.
So you got to factor in the details, and you got to read things a couple of times to really get an understanding what you're reading.
Yeah.
So and what was it? There was a lot of things. When you go back and read chapters, you pick up a couple of things.
Mhm.
Another thing was that when we see a little bit of Dante's past,
Yeah.
it looked like he was an inside guy. It didn't look like he really worked for the kingdom.
True.
Like off his like not facial features, expressions.
Yeah.
Like he didn't care or he wanted more.
Yeah.
He looked like an inside guy. He didn't really care for the group or the people.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe he's part of the Zagreus family.
They all have to be then, but I don't think they're related.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, they don't have to be related, but they were probably part of this different family that, and this is going to theory territory. So
oh,
beware now.
oh no, correction. I don't think it was the Zogratis family. I think it was the Zogratis brothers.
I thought it said family.
I think it's brothers. I don't know. I can't check right now since I'm recording.
Yeah, but either brother or family, but it's a different group of people we don't know about.
Yeah.
So maybe he's from them, or maybe that family got casted out by the Spade, and then they took revenge by some means or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no no no! Oh, I got this theory. It's going to sound nuts, but listen. Okay, so you know how Noel's grandmother told the story about the demons, right?
Yep.
I mean, the people that worship the demons, right?
Yes.
Now, what if that same group of people, possibly humans, were the Zagreus family?
Mhm.
Now, later down the line, Noel's mother gets cursed by Megicula.
Well, repeat that again.
Noel's mother gets cursed and killed by Megicula.
Yeah.
So maybe this same family was the family that worshiped the demons, and that's why the Spade kicked them out.
Yeah.
And then later down the line, whatever, they had this plan to get revenge on the Spade and kill everybody, take over the throne, and
Mhm.
then start raising more and more demons.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think a lot of things are connected. Or we're going to start seeing a lot of connections added onto it
Yeah.
together.
Also, another correction is Zograta's siblings.
Zagrata's siblings. Okay.
Yes.
Either way, yeah, they come from a family then. But that's a specific bloodline.
Yeah. Because it
Mhm.
says because I'm reading this right. It says the Zograta siblings staged the coup and killed off the Spade Kingdom's royal family, House of Grim Burial.
Hmm.
So that means there's more houses.
Exactly. Because we know about Clover Kingdom, they have houses.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't Spade have houses?
True.
Now, one of these houses got ousted for worshiping devils.
Yeah. That's
And going
possible.
back to my theory, like a
Yes.
couple minutes ago, I just said that Noel's grandmother told the stories about people who worship devils.
Yeah.
Now, does Noel now Noel is a Silva,
Yeah.
but where was her grandmother? She was most likely in Clover Kingdom, but maybe she could have went to Spade and saw what was
True.
going on and told the story.
I'm.
Or that's something passed down through the family line.
Yeah.
Like if you ever run into a devil, just know they came about because humans were worshiping demons and doing all these practices, and that's why they're there.
Yeah.
But
And
that's just my theory, and I could be wrong, it's very possible.
all the all
But
the
I believe that I'm onto something.
I kind of connected. What is? I want to. Are the Zogratis also a royal family? That would that consider be? Would they be a royal family if they stage the coup?
Well, the way they say it in that chapter I read back when was seeing his
Yeah.
history backstory, the citizens could have been royal guards were saying, "Oh, the Zagreus family is the Zagreus brothers," meaning that Zagreus is a name of like respect or honor, it's a high ranking.
Yeah.
So they would have to be either noble or royalty family.
Yeah.
But I believe they were ousted because they worship devils.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
That's just my theory, but it seems to be going that way.
Yeah.
And then they use their descendants, or they stage a coup to take over the Spade Kingdom.
Yeah.
Now they probably needed the devil's powers to do it
Yeah.
because in that same chapter, one of the citizens said, that's a devil's powers. Did they? And then it cuts off.
Yeah.
And then this is where the theory gets insanely crazy. Now
Mhm.
you remember when Dante unlocked Asta's flashback
Yeah.
for his mother. What if um, Dante, Zeno, and Vanica, if I said that correctly,
Yeah.
they sacrifice Asta's family or just a group of commoners Asta's parents belong to?
Possible.
And the reason Dave, as me and Jay and a few other people call him,
Mhm.
Asta's demon, the reason he says when Asta first taps into the demonic power, he says, I've been with you since the beginning.
Yeah.
Now, what would that tell you? That at a certain point in time in the story that we haven't seen, obviously, when Asta was born, something with a devil was connected to him.
Yeah.
Now, maybe they hashed it onto him, or there was a last ditch effort situation or decision.
Yeah.
Because granted, it takes two to tango.
True.
That could be Asta's mother in the flashback, but we don't know about his dad. We don't know if he has a brother.
True. I think he's
So what
related.
during this whole
He might be. I think he's kind of related to the Zogratis. Maybe. Maybe
I
he.
don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised because it's possible. Because something had to happen when he was born. Because you got to really factor in the context of why he would say that.
Yeah.
Like, why would he say I've been with you since the beginning? So that would mean before birth or during the moments of birth, the demon was there or he was coming out.
Yeah.
So granted, you remember when we first started learning about him from what's her name,
The
the captain that used to sleep a lot,
Dorothy.
Dorothy. In one of those panels, you see this big dark hand, demonic hand that comes out of like the ground.
Mhm.
So what if some same situation like that was happening, and one of Asta's parents was there, or they're part of this cult, or they got kidnapped, and someone latched onto the demon, the demon latched on to Asta.
True.
Because again, I think whenever we get his flashback or story, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah. But it has to be connected to Dante though.
Oh, it has to. That's probably how Asta got his devil powers.
Still the Astaroth theory is there too. So
That's possible as well. And what we've seen from Dave is that he doesn't like other demons.
yeah, because he got ousted.
And he has exactly he's ousted, and Lucifer, as I would just say,
Yeah,
said he was a low ranking demon.
yeah,
So granted, we don't know how the demon world works. There's ranks apparently,
yeah, yeah,
but maybe there's a bunch of madness and chaos, and somehow Dave got out, Zagreb got out. You know, they can't just, and as is easily implied, they can't just pop into their world.
yeah. Someone has to summon him.
A summon or a sacrifice is the only way they can get in.
Did they say sacrifice though?
Think so. I mean, that'd be the only way as well. They would have to sacrifice something.
Yeah, because they have to make a deal. True. So
Yeah, make a deal. Yeah. So that's why they be having those magical circles on the ground. You have to put something in there or do something for them to actually appear in your world. So that's why I believe Asta was a part of.
yeah,
So maybe he was a sacrifice. Uh, maybe his mother was pregnant with him and she was there for whatever purpose. Maybe, um, maybe somebody was being sacrificed and the demon came out, possessed that individual. That individual lost human form. Oh, here you go. You got me thinking, Jay.
oh
You got
no,
me thinking.
oh no,
This about to sound crazy. Okay, let's go back to Sekret.
yes,
Remember, she had forbidden magic.
yeah.
And what happened to her form?
It changed.
Exactly. So if we're going by that same theory and statement we saw, which is a fact because it did happen in
Yes,
this story,
it did.
what if during whatever ritual or whatever's going on, the person that was being sacrificed or used lost their form and then turned into the demon, or the demon was in the
Yeah,
person merged, but you only see the demon part.
yeah. That's possible. Yep,
Because you got to think about it. From all the demons we've seen in Black Clover, Dave is the most emotional one.
yep.
He gets really pissed. He laughs. He does all these other things. The Gred laughed too, but he wasn't super pissed. He
True.
was calm and collective. So Dave could possibly have human type traits, even though not being human, but probably melded with another human.
Yep. That's true because that's true because Zeno his didn't overreact at all.
Nope.
But he didn't put it.
It was
But he wasn't put in the corner. So
that's true. But I'm saying Asta and Dave are connected due to a big moment in the story, and I'm calling it right now. I believe this is a fact right here. In everything I said with my theory, it's possible or not possible,
hmm
but it's connected to a big moment in the story we're going to see whenever Tabata wants to reveal it.
yeah,
But it's during the time Asta's about to be born, something major's going down,
yep.
but it backfires.
Or maybe a few days after he was born.
That's possible too.
Because he was born, his mom wouldn't be able to like what she may be able to move or not or recover. Because remember, she had a freaking hole in her chest.
That's true. She's probably on the verge of death.
So that'd be stupid. That'd be kind of horrible riding for a pregnant woman to be running with the after giving birth with the hole in her chest.
Yeah, unless you got some insane willpower or regeneration abilities.
Oh, you get the will of Porcus D. What's Rouge D? What Rouge D? What?
Yep, yep. I believe she had Luffy's devil fruit. There's no way she was able to do that.
Yeah,
Unless that was hockey related, she had Luffy's devil fruit and extended her body to be able to hold Ace for like
yeah.
what, 20 plus
It was
months?
a lot.
Exactly.
Mm, mm-mm.
But overall, despite my theories, which is again, I'm on to something.
You are.
Overall, I like the chapter, and Black Clover is going in a good direction.
Yep, I agree. I agree. I just, I just wonder what. It doesn't feel like they. It doesn't feel like they grew that much powerful. They just learned some tricks in 6 months.
They just learn more about the Heart Kingdom's way to use magic,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I don't think
How
it was
they
nothing major.
operate, yeah, how they operate with magic, their knowledge about magic, and how they fight. Pretty much, that's all, in my opinion, what they learn.
Mm-hmm.
Because And they're gonna instill what they already know, and then
Yeah,
add what part is teaching them, and that's
yeah,
why they get stronger.
yeah. Hmm. It's because honest, but I still think Asta and Dante has to be connected somehow. They has to be. They have to be, unless maybe they're related, like an uncle or something like that. Maybe because
Possible, but I'm
because
not too
yeah,
sure.
because every triad, man, because every person of the triad, every the dark triad and our light triad are interconnected. Somehow their story intertwines. So it has to be
I mean, they
something
all
deeper.
connected. Yeah, they all connected to the demonic power and how they got it, which we don't know how exactly everyone got their demonic power.
Dante had it first. Then and we know Vanica and Zeno, they didn't get theirs. They didn't have their devil until like what, for 6 months. Dante might have had his for
Something like
years. Dante had his for years, and him to be talking to third person.
possibly, but gravity magic is really strong.
But that's Lucifer's magic. That's not Dante's. Dante has some weird body magic. Remember that?
Yeah.
'Cause Yami got him. He went freakish, and I don't know what he did.
There's a lot we still don't know, but the more information we'll get, the more we'll be able to find some type of conclusive different details and facts.
Yeah,
But I think there's a connection there.
yeah,
We just need a little bit more from the bottom. The Dark Triad, I like the new group. To me, they're better than the Golden Midnight Sun, or whatever they
yeah.
call themselves.
I had a Midnight Sun. They're way better.
I'm really interested in Magicula and what his role is going to be.
I think Majigla is a female, honestly.
The female demon makes sense, but what does it want? Because Dante was saying that he wants to bring about more demons in the world. In that panel, we saw the demons come in various shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
Now we don't know if they have, to the degree they have their own characteristics and
own goals
mind.
basically. Yeah,
Yeah. So if they got into the world, what exactly would they be doing? Would they be causing havoc, or would they just want to go for a ride?
I think Majigla. She remember because she worked with Majigla and connected with Golden's family. Remember that?
That's true.
So did she maybe just want to curse people?
That as well. But why exactly does she need to curse them? Does she have an ulterior motive? Does she need the bodies?
They bury you with Noel's mother. So
I mean, didn't Magicula know where everybody was at? Or like the Black Bull's base was?
Black Boy, no, no. I don't know how they knew where they was because no, because the Black Bulls they moved their base at the border of the Spade.
Hmm.
Cause they said that in the chapter
Okay.
before Dante showed up.
And speaking of Dante, what was he near in that chapter? Like it was like a diamond thing or something.
Remember I told you because I was watching a anime ABD video. He said that was Lucifer's body inside there. And I think in mythology his body got captured in ice. It was something like that. So because you think his body would be huge. It has to be huge. He can't be him and Zach. He can't be the same body size as Zagrid.
I don't know, but it's very possible. That's a very interesting concept.
Yeah. I'll tell you, your audio is kind of like out. Like I think connection's
I
kind of
was saying that would be interesting development.
yeah.
That would be interesting. They have to fight. They pretty much had to fight. His body's that he pretty much had to fight the first Wizard King fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, Ty, we about to cut this video short. Your audio is kind of messing up.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.